Ja, und ich bin's wieder, Kesunai Haram, hier mit meinem Let's Play von Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice. Und beim letzten Mal haben wir nochmal Dirk weiter ins Kreuzverhör genommen und, oh Gott. Jahren macht uns fertig. Die Frau macht uns fertig. Und jetzt hat sie Rafer nochmal hergeholt, die sich eigentlich ausruhen sollte. Verdammte Rabenmutter. Und, um eine Aussage gebeten. Jetzt nehmen wir sie ins Kreuzverhör und jetzt konnten wir sie mit ein bisschen Bombenangriffen aus der Reserve locken, dass sie sich verhaspelt hat. Denn tatsächlich können wir dieser Aussage etwas entgegenwirken. Nämlich hier, die Aussage von Albi. Your benevolence. You're covering for someone, aren't you?
Huh? I don't know what you're talking about.
Sorry, Rafa, but you're not gonna like this. Well, the thing is, I have a statement here that you might find interesting. It's from a witness who claims that around 2 p.m. his dog got loose and run into the palace courtyard. That's when the little fellow stole this hat from someone.
That's Nana's! I mean, nothing! Never mind!
You fool of a daughter. It seems the princess made a blunder. So let me get this straight. This is Nana's hat, which means she had to have been in the royal residence around 2. If so, then you had to have seen Nana sometime after 2 p.m. yesterday.
No!
Please, your benevolence, tell us what you really saw.
It is as you say, Hornhead. I saw Nana. And I saw that dingbat dog steal her hat from her in front of my father's residence.
I knew it. Why didn't you say it so in the first place?
Because, my mother told me not to.
What? Would you care to explain, Your Eminence? I request that she withhold said information, for it is for no relevance to this case. Objection. You don't get to this! If you disagree, then prove that it is relevant to the case at hand. Oh, I will. Your benevolence, please tell us everything you witnessed when you saw Nana.
Alright. When I saw that dingbat dog attack Nana, I ran to help. I raced from my second floor veranda down into the courtyard.
Wait, that means that while you were coming down, you took your eyes off the courtyard.
Yes, but only for a moment.
This is crucial testimony. If you took your eyes off the courtyard, it means somebody else could have entered the tomb without you even knowing. Your benevolence, are you sure no one else was there?
Yes.
She's hiding something again. What about Nana? Were you able to help her?
When I got down to the courtyard, Nana she was gone.
Gone?
Yes, and I never saw her again after that.
Any idea what happened?
That dingbat dog must have gobbled her up.
Really? I seriously doubt that. But how could Naina simply disappear while Rafa wasn't looking? Rafa must know something. The only question is, what? Vielleicht weiß sie, wohin Naina verschwunden ist. Do you have any idea where Naina disappeared to? What do you mean? Well, during the time you took your eyes off the courtyard, someone could have headed into the tomb. And it just so happens that Naina disappeared right at that moment. No! Wait, you think Naina had something to do with the murder? I don't think we can rule it out. It sounds like something had kept Naina occupied since the early morning. Plus, she was seen right before the murder and then seemed to vanish into thin air. You're right. And since she's Rafa's attendant, she could come and go as she pleased within the palace grounds. Could Rafa's attendant really be the killer? But that would mean... First my father, and now Naina? These were the people I trusted most. How could this be? Do not heed their lies. Lawyers are a foul breed, quick to claim that the third party is to blame for a crime. Naina did not enter the tomb. That much is certain. How can you be so sure? When Naina's head was stolen, that crazed cube spilled an urn full of water upon my husband's doorstep. Is that not right, Rafa?
Yes it is. While that dingbat dog was tugging on Naina's head, it tipped over the urn.
The bottoms of her shoes would have been soaked with water. And if she had truly headed into the tomb with wet shoes, she would have left shoe prints along the way. But the only shoe prints to be found belonged to my husband, Inga. Huh? Then... That's right. Naina never did go into the tomb that day. Instead, she entered my husband's private quarters. How do you know? It's quite simple. Shoe prints were discovered in Inga's private quarters. Shoe prints that belonged to Naina. That's right, Edward and I did see some shoe prints in there. Now do you understand? Naina could not possibly have gone into the tomb. And that supposed third person at the crime scene is but a fragment of your imagination. Ah! Another glorious deduction! All hate the genius that is Herman's Queen Garan! Bow down before a glowly, witless lawyer! Kann mal jemand hier ihren Fanclub mal ausstellen? Schlimm. Could those guys fanboy any harder? But is it really true? Did Naina not go into the tomb? Excuse me, but... Mr. Wright! Your benevolence, what time was it when that dog attacked Naina?
I believe it was about 2:15.
I see. Apollo, if Naina entered Inga's private quarters at around 2:15, and Inga came racing out at around 2:30, pale-faced and screaming, then... Ah, I know what you're getting at! Yes, that might explain his scream. Would the defense please share their theory regarding Justice Minister Inga's scream? Certainly, Your Majesty. Minister Inga screamed because... weil er von Nena angegriffen wurde. Maybe he was attacked by Nena. This would make the Justice Minister's private quarters the real scene of the crime. Does your idiocy know no bounds? The minister's body was found in the tomb. Or are you suggesting that the body was moved? Do I think the minister was moved from his private quarters? I think the possibility... Tatsache ist, hier ist es tatsächlich mal egal, was man sagt. Es ist völlig egal. Sagen wir jetzt einfach mal, es existiert. Sagen wir mal positiv. Considering the fact that the body was found in the tomb, I'd say there is a possibility. What utter nonsense. Rafer had been watching the courtyard. Yet you would suggest that someone could have transported the body unnoticed? You have a point there. In that case, I'd say there's no way that the body was moved. After all, there was an awful lot of blood in the tomb. I understand if the scream was in reaction to Nena's attack, but Inga died in the tomb. We need to explain how those two realities could coincide, was auch immer. How are we supposed to do that? Oh, maybe where he was stabbed and where he died were two completely different locations. What do you mean? It's just, let's look at this as simple as possible. If the minister's body wasn't moved, he might have been stabbed by Nena in his private quarters, but then died in the tomb. I see. On the one hand, that seems plausible, but on the other, it seems decidedly implausible. Prosecutor Sabmadi, what is that fool babbling on about now? Is that a riddle from one of those fortune cookies Americans seem so fond of? Perhaps, but I believe he himself does not know what he means to say. In all likelihood, it was a poor attempt to confuse us. We should simply ignore him. Objection! Sei ruhig! I wasn't finished yet, so hold off on the analyze, would you? The autopsy report never stated that the minister's death was instantaneous. So he could have conceivably moved from one place to another after being stabbed. Oh my, are you suggesting he ran all the way to the tomb with a knife sticking out of his back? Well, yes, that's the gist of it. In short, Minister Inga saw Nena with a knife, let out a scream, and when he turned his back to her to flee. Right, and that's when he was stabbed from behind. Well, your majesty, does my theory hold water? How dare you bore me like this? Huh? You are a humorless moron, spewing an endless stream of unamusing drivel. I wasn't trying to be funny, Your Eminence. Prosecutor, enlighten this ignorant clown in lawyer's clothing. Your Eminence. Ha! Nicht schon wieder! Na Jutta! You dull, slow-witted, putrid-minded lawyer. Perhaps you would be too stupid to notice you had been stabbed in the back. But a normal person would have noticed due to their excruciating pain. No, hold on! Allow me to teach you the meaning of pain. Huh! Ow! Ow! Please stop! Nayuta has a point. Normally, most people would notice a dagger in their back. Ow! Yeah, I doubt someone could ignore pain like this. Still, in this case, it's the word normally that we should emphasize. Apollo, take another look at the court record. Right. There must be something that explains this. There was reason Inga didn't feel any pain. And the defense will submit evidence proving just that. Very well. Please present your evidence. Why didn't Justice Minister Inga notice that he had been stabbed? Wenn den Schmerz nicht gespürt hat, kann es durchaus sein, dass das halt nicht merkt. Dementsprechend muss einfach der Schmerz, ja, insofern verschwinden. Medizin ist doch eine Kunst für sich.
Those are my father's painkiller shots.
The defense will explain the significance of this evidence. Minister Inga suffered from terrible back pain, so he often injected himself with these. We're told that one shot in the back would make all his pain go away. With this, it's easy to explain what happened. Don't tell me you didn't know about these, Your Eminence. You can't mean. Minister Inga was stabbed in his back, close to where he usually injected the painkiller. Therefore, it's entirely possible that he hadn't noticed that he'd been stabbed.
What?
What's this? Then, are you suggesting Justice Minister Inga really ran off with a knife protruding from his back? I am, Your Majesty.
So then, when I saw my father, he had a knife sticking out of him? I mean, with that cape of his, I couldn't see his back very well.
Yes, the knife was there. It was just plunged in so deep you didn't notice it under the cape. Therefore, when you saw your father, he was already dead. Murdered by Nana in his private quarters.
Pokunka!
Holy Mother of Khurain. Are we dealing with the living dead here? Well, technically, he wasn't dead yet. I know it's hard to believe, but this is a plausible sequence of events. And once Minister Inga arrived at the tomb, he could have removed the knife and dropped that from blood loss.
Nana killed my father? There must be some mistake.
The defense would like to call Nana to the stand. You seek to drag an innocent old woman to the stand with no proof whatsoever. Well, there's no real proof, but... What a tangled web of expedient lies you weave.
I can no longer tell fact from fiction. Who or what shall I believe in now?
I'm sorry, Rafa. All I've done is confuse you. But I have a sneaking suspicion Nana's involved in this case one way or another. Just when I thought we'd blow this case wide open. Well, there's no turning back now. You fool of a lawyer. I know why you are so desperate to prove the accused innocent. You do? Yes, because he faces public execution if proven guilty. As shall you, under the stipulations of the Defense Culpability Act. From the moment you accepted this case, you have had no choice but to fight for your lives. No. The simple fact is, I've always believed that Dirk is innocent. Bah! Still you clinch to your pretense. Very well, I shall offer you a bargain. If you would admit that the accused is guilty, right here, right now, I shall overlook your crime of abetting him, and you will not be subject to execution. Is this some sort of joke? Far from it. As queen, I have the power to grant pardons, even to criminals like you. And with the wave of my hand, I can even reduce the severity of a sentence. Perhaps even for Dirk, should you be willing to cooperate. She wasn't kidding when she said that she's the law here. But to flaunt that power in our faces like that, that's just wrong. Forget all that transpired in our kingdom and return to your own country in peace. Well, will you abandon your defense of the accused and accept my generous offer? If I don't take this deal, we'll be executed along with Dirk if he's found guilty. What should I do? Diese Frau! Sie ist grausam und herzlos. Ohne Scheiß. Oh! Darf ich die bitte erwürgen? Just... Wow. Oh. Die regt mich auf. Die regt mich auf. Weißt du was? Du kannst dir deinen Offer sonst wohin schieben. Wir machen weiter. Nice try, Jahren. But it looks like you don't know what justice is made of. We won't kowtow your threats like that, Your Eminence. Mr. Wright, I'm sorry, but I can't back down now. I don't want to drag you into this, so... Don't worry, I'm with you, Apollo. To the bitter end, if need be. And while I can't say I'm used to it, this isn't exactly my first rodeo.
But if I'm found guilty, you get a death penalty too. Even knowing that, you still want to defend me?
I don't know what happened in the past, but it looks like everyone in this country considers lawyers to be liars. So I can understand if you don't believe me. But I still believe in you and your innocence. So all I have to do is keep believing and find the truth. That's all there is to it. So keep on fighting, Apollo. You'll hear no objections from me.
You nincompoops! You'll die if you lose this case! Why would you even entertain the notion of continuing?
I believe that Dirk is innocent, that's why. And besides, trials exist to give the truth a chance to get out into the open. You can't give up just because you're afraid of some punishment.
Even if that punishment is death? Does that not frighten you, Hornhead?
Who wouldn't be scared? I mean, just thinking about it. Makes me weak in the knees, to be honest. But as a lawyer, I have a duty to protect my client. I can't just abandon that.
A duty you're willing to die for. And yet I...
Duty. It's a heavy burden, alright. Rafa looks like she's really struggling. Your benevolence. As crown princess, you are destined to rule this kingdom one day. That means there will be many things that you alone must determine. Things like how to keep your people happy, and what is true and what is false. And most importantly, what role you must play therein.
I wonder if I'm even up to the task.
But it's no surprise, considering the torrent of painful truths she'd had to face. Very well then. If the defense is prepared to face the death sentence under the Defense Culpability Act, then I see no reason not to continue with the proceedings. And I must admit, I see no grounds for doubting the accused's guilt. Unless the defense has further evidence that would indicate a different suspect. Do we have anything like that? Well, lawyer, do you have any new evidence you would care to present? Or shall I have the executioner start his preparations? If she thinks I can do this, she got another thing coming. She can't, dass ich es nicht kann? So, ich glaube, ich sollte mal ein bisschen meine Zunge sacken lassen. Und was trinken. Calm downen. Und das dann im nächsten Part weiter vorführen. Egal ob positiv oder negativ, Bewertung immer gern gesehen, das war's von meiner Seite. Wir sehen uns das nächste Mal wieder. See ya, guys!